to another video, guys. It has been like over a month since I've even filmed a video. I want to apologize for that. I did take about a month off from golf. Sometimes you need a month off to reset. You guys saw my last video. I played so badly. I shot 82 and I was not hitting the ball good. I'll put some clips in here. Oh my gosh. It's one of those days. I did not play good, so I ended up actually taking a month off. But in the time that I've taken off, I've had a lot of people ask me questions about alignment. So I think today we're going to do a little lesson on alignment, and hopefully what I know can help you guys align up your golf shots. If you want to hit the ball straighter and want to hit the ball more consistently solid, we got to work on our alignment. So let's go over some tips and tricks with alignment, and hopefully this video helps you guys. If you like this stuff, smash the like button, leave us comments, let us know what you want to see next, and make sure you subscribe, guys. We're almost at 7,500 subscribers. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for some alignment tips. All right, guys, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I've actually got a lapel mic. I know every time I make these videos and I'm outside and I'm filming on this mat, you guys always ask me for microphone quality. You say the quality is too low, the sound's too low. Hopefully this little microphone's picking up okay for you guys, but I'm gonna try and speak up as well in case the camera isn't, or in case the microphone's not catching it. I want the camera to at least catch it. So guys, we're gonna talk about alignment. Two things I always have in my bag at all times are alignment sticks, guys. I use one for my target line and one for my feet line. We're gonna talk about different ways to be aligned in golf, and then little tips that I have to make sure that I stay aligned and make sure that I'm all square when I'm hitting my golf shot, because the body likes to work in one piece, guys. If you're lined up right, nothing can get too crazy. Your body is gonna work in a way that's natural. It's not gonna work against itself. If you're lined up crazy with your feet, your body's not gonna be able to work right, your hands aren't gonna be able to work right. If you are lined up perfectly, guys, then your body will know exactly what to do. Your body's not gonna do anything to hurt itself. You're gonna start swinging the ball, or swinging the club a little bit more consistently, hitting the ball a little bit more solid, because your positions are gonna be better. So guys, when you're lining up, you wanna make sure that you are like train tracks. Now what I mean by that is we're gonna pick our target. So say our target in most cases is gonna be the flag stick, right? Or if you're practicing, you're gonna wanna pick a target out. Say it's like the 150-yard post, whatever it may be. We're gonna take one of our alignment sticks, and if you don't have alignment sticks, these are like $2 at Lowe's. They're called driveway reflectors, but if you don't have any of these, you can actually use a golf club as well. This is kind of how I practiced. As a kid, I didn't have alignment sticks, so I'd put golf clubs down. Anything that's just a straight line you're gonna wanna use, but you're gonna have one as your target line and one as your feet line. So your target line and your feet line are actually gonna be parallel, like train tracks. It's kind of the way I always thought. But we're gonna take our target line, and you always want to aim it at what's going to be your target. So say it's gonna be my white pillar right there. I don't know how well you guys can see it on camera, but there's a white post out there. So that's gonna be where my club face is going to be aiming, right? That's going to be my target. So my club face is going to be square to that line. Now what I want to do next is line up my feet to be parallel. Oftentimes I see people making mistakes where they're lining their feet up at the target. Guys, that's crossing your lines. Your body and your feet, or your swing is going to go along your feet line, right? And your takeaway is going to be along your target line. But if your feet line are closed off relative to your target line, you're gonna have a really hard time bringing that back to a square, guys. You're gonna have a lot of slices and pulls and other issues like that, because you're having to do so much manipulation of the club face to try and square it up to hit the ball on target. If you're lined up perfectly with your feet relative to your path here, you can see my sticks here are pretty parallel. Then my body's going to work all in one piece. My takeaway is going to be a little better. My body's going to work all in one piece, and all my positions have a much better chance of being lined up right. So there's a lot that goes into alignment. Obviously, like we talk about, feet, knees, hips, shoulders. There's a lot there. Feet, knees, hips, shoulders. I can show you some examples of what that would look like if it was improper, because having your feet right doesn't mean your knees and hips and shoulders are going to be right. Your feet can be lined up square where your knees can be crooked, your hips can be open, things like that. I'll show you what that looks like a little bit, because I actually have a tendency to have my back knee bent a little bit and my right knee open. Well, what's that doing? That's opening up my hips. My feet can be lined up right, but my knees and hips are going to be open. So you want to make sure that your feet are matched up here with my feet line, right, and parallel to my target line. My knees are going to want to be the same, so make sure my knees are lined up as well. My hips could be open in this case, even though my knees are still good. My hips could be closed, even though my knees are still good. I want my knees, hips, feet all lined up, and shoulders as well, guys. If my shoulders were open, it would look a little bit like this, right? That's going to cause me to take the club outside, bring it across, and if you look at that club face right here, that club face is wide open. My swing path is across the ball with an open face. That's going to lead to a huge slice. Or if my face, for example, is square, because my hands are working to get that club back to that position after my alignment's so bad, then that's going to lead to the ball going way right. And guys, I'm speaking in terms of lefties because this is a left-handed golf channel. If you are right-handed, just reverse what I'm saying, but alignment's just as important for you righties as it is for us lefties. But so guys, we're gonna remember that your feet, knees, hips, and shoulders all are gonna be lined up. That's gonna let the body work all in one piece, guys. That's gonna let us work together, let our body work naturally. Nothing's gonna be fighting each other. You don't have to worry about opening up your hips because all of your positions will be able to open up naturally and freely because my alignment is good. Now, I always start with my target line. I saved that one to talk about second because I think once you have the target line worked out, then your feet, knees, hips, and shoulders line up a little bit more naturally. But I like to start with my target line. So say that is my target, that white post that we've been using. On the course, I like to pick out a point between my target and my ball that I can use as a reference point. So it's a lot harder to aim at something 150 yards away than it is to aim at something that's only a few feet in front of me. I think it was Jack Nicklaus that said to do that tip. That's not my tip, guys, but Jack Nicklaus said to do that. And whenever he talks, I listen, right? Because he's the best to ever do it. So one thing I like to do, and hopefully you guys can hear me, hopefully this microphone's working because I'm going to turn around from the camera, but one thing I like to do is pick out something between that target and my ball. And you'll see me on camera all the time, I put the club up like this and I close one eye and I make sure that I look down. I put the club, in line with my ball and the target, and you can look down the shaft and you can actually see something that's perfectly in line with my ball and the target, right? Because my shaft is a perfectly straight line. So it actually gives me a point. So like in here, I'm actually lined up pretty good. My shaft, when I look like this, is running through the target, this piece of grass, and my ball at the same time. So that's a little tip I use. You'll see me often on video too, stand behind the ball before I hit and line up. That's me literally using that straight line to find a point at which I want to aim my club face. So then I always start with my club face. I usually set up like this, and Brant does the same thing. He's always got really good alignment. I'm making sure my club face, right, is pointing directly at this blade of grass. If I was to draw this straight line coming out of my club face, it would be pointing at that blade of grass and then subsequently at my target as well. So once I have my club face alignment square, now my feet are lining up a little bit more naturally. My feet and hips and shoulders, well, my feet mostly. I always have to work on my knees and hips and my shoulders too. But they're lining up a little bit more naturally after I already have that club set down to my target. Now guys, this does take a long time to develop that sense of feel. It took me years. I would say that oftentimes your eyes and your body, they play tricks on you, because I see a lot of people that will swear, I am lined up square, right? They'll swear that they're on target, but I mean, their feet are wide open. I mean, I'm talking aiming 20 yards right of target, and they will swear, I'm adamant that I'm lined up. The best thing to do, guys, is to develop that feel, is just to, whenever you're on the range, or even if you're on the course just practicing, because you can't do it in competition, I line up to my target, right, and I'm feeling this, and then I make sure I put an alignment stick down by my feet so I can check my alignment. And in this case, I'm pretty good now at lining up square but my feet, you know, are in perfect target. So I can say, wow, all right, my feet are parallel to my target line. That means my feet are square. And over time too, you'll develop that sense of feel to make sure my knees are also square to my feet, my hips are square to my feet, and my shoulders are square as well. Again, sometimes people have the tendency to have them open shoulders, and that's what's causing people to take the club like this and bring it straight back across. Your club's working with your shoulders. You're coming across the ball and hitting that big slice. A couple of tips, guys, I think that that help quite a bit with getting your ball on target. A lot of people might be lined up right, but their ball position can be very bad. And anytime you make a change to your alignment as well, say I'm opening up my feet, that's changing the ball position, right? So when I open my feet up, my ball position is actually moving further back, because relative to where it was here, when I open my feet, now my ball position is about a ball or so back in my stance. I want to make sure that anytime I'm making a change to my alignment, I'm checking my ball position. So maybe you're lining up like this often to hit the ball, and you're going to work on fixing that and squaring your feet up. You want to make sure that your ball position doesn't change, because if you were open and now you're changing your feet to square, that ball position is going to be way up in your stance, guys. You're going to want to make sure that you're putting another club down, you know, down on the ground for you to observe, you know, where is this ball. You'd put a ball right here, and now I can observe where is the ball relative to my stance. That's another good tip, guys. That's going to help you guys get squared up right, because if your ball position's bad, you know, even if your alignment's right, your hands and your body still have to work in ways to kind of manufacture a certain lie, or a certain a certain club face. So like if the ball's too far back in my stance, I might have to flip at it to square that face up a little early, or I'll leave it wide open, you know, and hit it off to the left. Or, you know, if the ball is too far up in your stance, you know, you have to work on holding off that face longer to keep it square, or you're gonna flip at it and release, and that ball's gonna go off to the right. But guys, I hope these little tips help you guys with your alignment. Get out on the course and practice. Anytime you're practicing, make sure you put down alignment sticks or golf clubs, because that's gonna be the best way to develop that sense of feel, right? So anytime you practice, you wanna work on your feel, and make sure that you're checking your feet, knees, hips, shoulders, and most importantly, your target line. Make sure that you're lined up with your club face square to your target. That gives you a good foundation, you know, to line up everything else right. And then make sure you're working on your ball position, guys. Make sure that everything's lined up properly. Make sure everything's lined up properly, because that's going to ensure that your body is working together and not fighting any aspect of itself to hit the ball, you know, high, far, and straight. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. You guys seem to like the educational stuff. Keep in mind, I'm not a professional. I've never had any lessons other than from my dad. I'm not a pro. Take what I say with a grain of salt. You know, I just play amateur golf at a pretty high level. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Go out and try this, and then leave some comments and let me know how it worked. I love to hear from you guys. I love to hear the feedback that you guys have. But thanks so much for watching. If you guys like this one, leave a comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.